Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel. It is always a true pleasure to share the latest royal updates, especially when they focus on one of the most steadfast and respected members of the British royal family. Today, our spotlight is on none other than Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. Princess Anne has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to her royal duties, often topping the charts for the number of royal engagements she undertakes each year. This remarkable work ethic has earned her widespread admiration. However, recently, Princess Anne has captured attention not only for her tireless charitable work but also for a rare and bold public statement that has sparked widespread discussion. We're diving into a moment where duty intersected with political discourse, set against the backdrop of recent concerns about the princess's health. In her recent public appearance, Princess Anne addressed a matter of great importance to rural Britain. During her speech, she called for significant government action to address the long-standing issues of affordable housing and infrastructure in the countryside. Her message was direct and powerful, urging for a long-term, strategic vision to support the people who live and work in these rural communities. Princess Anne's words were far from mere observations, they were a call to action, and they've added fuel to the ongoing conversation about the future of rural Britain. Let's unpack the specifics of Princess Anne's appearance and the context surrounding it. The event took place in London, where she spoke at a national conference organised by a non-profit organisation called English Rural. This charity holds a special place in Princess Anne's heart, given her long-standing dedication to rural causes. Her patronage of the English Rural charity is not just symbolic, it's a reflection of her deep commitment to the well-being of rural populations across the UK. Princess Anne's connection to agricultural societies and rural communities goes beyond ceremonial duty. She truly understands the struggles of life outside of the major urban centres. The conference, held on a Wednesday, was a significant gathering of experts, stakeholders, and policymakers, all united by one cause: tackling the challenges that make rural life difficult for so many. Issues such as housing, employment, and infrastructure in these areas are often overlooked in favour of urban-centric initiatives. In her speech, Princess Anne made it clear that the future of rural Britain needs to be addressed in a comprehensive, long-term manner. Princess Anne's plea was for a coherent national programme, a plan that extends beyond short-term fixes and instead focuses on the broader, long-term vision necessary to truly support these communities. Her message wasn't a critique of any one specific policy but rather a call for a more strategic approach to addressing the needs of rural areas. She identified the pressing need for more than just housing. She emphasized the importance of creating sustainable jobs for people living in rural Britain. Without local employment opportunities, affordable housing alone will not suffice in keeping families in rural communities. Princess Anne's insights were grounded in real-world experience, having spent years working with rural populations both in the UK and across the Commonwealth. The princess also drew attention to the need for better infrastructure. She identified the perennial problem of inadequate public transport and the logistical challenges that hinder rural communities. The lack of access to essential services, including healthcare and education, often exacerbates the difficulties faced by these communities. Improved connectivity, both physical and digital, is essential for unlocking the full potential of rural Britain. This practical, holistic understanding of rural vitality shows just how deeply Princess Anne is invested in the issues that matter most to those living outside the major cities. What makes this speech particularly noteworthy is the fact that, as a senior member of the royal family, Princess Anne is traditionally expected to maintain a position of political neutrality. Royals typically refrain from making direct comments on government policy or expressing political opinions. Their role is to represent the monarchy as an institution, standing above the political fray. Princess Anne, however, broke from this tradition, making her remarks not just about the general needs of rural Britain but about the urgent need for a specific and coordinated response from the government. While her words were framed within the context of her work with English Rural, the clarity and specificity of her request for government action were notable. She didn't just call for vague promises, she urged the government to adopt a long-term vision for rural development, one that includes a national programme to address the housing, jobs, and infrastructure needs of these communities. It was a direct call to those in power to step up and take meaningful action. This intervention was further significant given the recent concerns surrounding Princess Anne's health. Reports had surfaced just ahead of the royal family's traditional Easter service outing that the princess had sustained an injury. Though details remained scarce, the news of her injury caused concern among royal observers, as the princess is known for her remarkable resilience and her reputation as one of the most active and hard-working members of the royal family. The injury occurred at her private estate, Gatcombe Park, in Gloucestershire, a property deeply connected to her love of equestrianism and the countryside. While the exact nature of the injury was not fully disclosed, it raised concerns, especially given Princess Anne's notoriously strong work ethic. However, her appearance at the English Rural Conference quickly dispelled any lingering fears about her health. Her speech was delivered with the same clarity and conviction that has defined her public persona over the years. Despite the injury, Princess Anne demonstrated her characteristic resilience, and her presence at the conference was a reassuring sign that her commitment to public service remains as strong as ever. In fact, the princess's ability to recover from the injury and return to her duties speaks volumes about her dedication. The image of her speaking with determination and passion about the issues she holds dear shows that even in the face of personal adversity, Princess Anne remains steadfast in her mission. This is the same spirit that has defined her throughout her decades of service to the monarchy. She has become the embodiment of the keep calm and carry on mentality, a royal who quietly carries out her duties without fanfare or fuss but with an unwavering commitment to the causes she champions. As we reflect on Princess Anne's public address and the impact it is likely to have, it's clear that her remarks are about more than just rural Britain. They serve as a reminder of the evolving role of the royal family in today's world, where members are increasingly expected to engage with real-world issues and use their influence to bring about positive change. Princess Anne's call for a long-term, strategic approach to rural development is not just a reflection of her personal commitment to the cause, it is a demonstration of the monarchy's growing role in shaping public discourse and encouraging action on important national issues. In conclusion, Princess Anne's appearance at the English Rural Conference and her call for government action on housing, jobs, and infrastructure in rural Britain is a powerful statement. It shows that the Princess Royal is not just a figurehead but a royal who actively contributes to the national conversation, using her platform to advocate for meaningful change. This rare moment of political discourse from a senior royal may be seen as a shift in the monarchy's role, where the lines between public service, personal resilience, and political engagement are becoming increasingly blurred. Princess Anne's speech serves as a reminder that the royal family's duty is not only to the crown but also to the people they serve. Now, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Princess Anne's speech was a significant moment in the royal family's involvement in political discourse? How important do you think the issue of affordable rural housing is for the UK? Were you impressed by the princess's resilience in the face of her recent injury? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback is always appreciated. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this update, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We'll keep bringing you the latest updates on the royal family and other exciting topics. Until next time, take care.